Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, and today I'm going to walk you through an integrated reformer and tower workout. I did have a request for that a while back, and so I have developed an actual workout combining the tower unit with the reformer and making a full body workout out of it. I am using a balanced body piece of equipment, so I will talk you through the different springs, the different resistance that I'm using throughout the workout. And if you don't have a tower unit, I'll try to make some notes on how you can still do this workout even without the tower unit. But let's go ahead and have some fun. And if you are new to the channel, please feel free to check out some of the other reformer and different equipment workouts I do have on the channel. And if you like it, would love to have you subscribe and also hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, and leave a comment for stuff that you'd like to see in the future. So let's go ahead and begin with 2.5 springs, which is 2 reds and 1 blue spring, and then already have your leg springs, which on balanced body are the lighter leg springs, and they're yellow, and they're on the middle eyelet. Grab those in one hand and carefully lie yourself down on your back and place your feet on the foot bar. So once you're ready, go ahead and take each loop and place it through the foot right above the knee so it's supported by the thigh. Okay, so if you don't have a tower unit and you want to feel the extra bit of weight that's we're gonna all feel here, is you can always put some ankle weights on, and you'll get a nice little sense of resistance there. So when you're ready, take your time, just get a sense of what this feels like. You can prance it out, walk it out here, exercising those toes, and then go ahead and return yourself back in for our footwork. We're gonna start with the heels on parallel in a flexed position. Arms are long beside you. Take an exhale to press out and inhale to return. Now, if you feel like you're floating away too far from the foot bar, you can always add extra resistance here, and that'll help you feel a little bit more grounded. But for those who are going to keep this recommended spring tension, which is 2.5 springs, really focus on pressing your heels in towards the foot bar to deepen that connection through the back side of the leg. It's challenging, of course, because the tower springs are wanting to pull our thighs in opposition here. We're shifting down to our toes, stay parallel. Take an inhale, prepare, and exhale, press out. Really scooping that belly as you draw that carriage back in towards the stopper. And again, we want to focus on railroad tracks here. And what I mean by that is that the ankles are lining up with our knees and our knees are lining up with our hips. There's a little bit of space in between our ankles and our knees. And just taking a moment to really focus and become self-aware of every muscle in your body here. Exhale to press out, inhale to return. Beautiful. Keeping those arms nice and long. We'll go heels together, toes apart, squeezing through those inner thighs. Really zipping through the inner thighs, lifting from the pelvic floor, deepening that core connection. Focus on the back of the neck getting longer, and those shoulders just dropping away from those ears. Takes a lot to take inventory of our body and really focus on relaxing what needs to be relaxed and engaging what needs to feel engaged. Beautiful. And bringing it back in again. Press out. Keep hugging those heels together. And then we're going to transition to a wide heel. So heels are on the foot bar. Turn those knees outward. Resist those springs on your way in. And at this point, you should start to already have felt the thighs beginning to feel heavier, especially with the loops right around the thighs here. And these are the lighter weights with the tower unit. With balanced body, they're yellow. And the heavier leg springs are the purple ones. So if you want more resistance, feel free to place those heavy springs on before starting our footwork series. Let's drop it down to your toes. Heels are lifted. Exhale, get long. Challenge yourself to keep your heels elevated, really opening up the space in front of the ankle. Focus on equal weight distribution through the ball of your foot and making sure that each of your toes are equally pressing into the foot bar. Nice deep breath here. Focus on a wide collarbone. And every single time you push out, really open up through the front of those hips. Beautiful. Push the back of the knees down towards the floor. We're going to move it back in, and then very carefully bringing one leg at a time into a tabletop position. Balance and hold. Extend the right leg out and pull back in. Extend the left leg out and pull back in. So our goal here is going to minimize the movement of the carriage shifting. So lots of ab control. Be mindful and deliberate about your movements. Perfect. As you reach the leg out, allow it to feel energized, as if this energy is reaching out from those toes. You got it. Let's go ahead and take it out and pull in, and again, and pull it in. Perfect. Setting those feet back down on the foot bar. Single leg footwork. Right heel is on, left leg in tabletop. Exhale to push out to a long leg. Inhale, resisting those springs. So now things should feel a little bit heavier since we did go down to a single leg, but we haven't touched the resistance yet. Good. So the left leg is maintaining that static position. That left knee is directly over the left hip. Your right foot, it's almost as if it was connected to a board, so carefully allow it not to rock. Switching sides when you're ready, and we're doing about 10 repetitions here for the double leg footwork and for our single leg footwork. Press out. Inhale, resist those springs on your return. Again, a nice energized right leg, even though it's maintaining a static tabletop position. Focus on those ribs connecting a little deeper and really drawing some heat, creating some heat in your midsection. Beautiful. And set that down. Good. Let's take that left foot up and we're going to march in place. So doing the best you can to keep that carriage quiet. Our focus is on the abs. Hinge from those hips. Exhaling and inhaling. Perfect. Set those feet down, bringing it down to the toes here. So we're going to go ahead and drop those heels and lift them. Just getting some nice calf raises as we articulate through the foot, through the ankle. This is going to prepare us for a little bit of jumping here. But as we continue, really feel the entire foot and calf working. Good. So tiny little jumps, guys. You got it. Little baby jumps, really pushing away, just 10 of those. Yeah, you're not going very far. Then let's go heels together, and then again, 10 more. Little jumps here. Heels together, toes apart. Squeeze those inner thighs. Find your balance, and return. Take it out nice and wide. Third position, and exhale. Exhale, exhale. Gorgeous. You got it. Keep it flowing. And once you hit your 10th one, go ahead and return home. Beautiful. So from this position here, even though the headrest is up, we're gonna go ahead and just bridge to about halfway, not very far, because we don't wanna compromise the back of our neck here. Once you're there, find that right leg to tabletop, find the left leg to tabletop, and begin to march in place very slowly, finding that number that works well for you, because this is a lot of hamstring work. Good, just letting that hips hover and then carefully lowering down when you're ready. Nice work. So we're gonna carefully remove the loops out, find your foot bar. Let's go ahead and keep those loops in one hand here, and then roll off to one side, come all the way back up to a seated position. This way the loops don't go flying back towards the tower. And I'm adjusting the spring tension down to one red spring, and then lie yourself down all the way. So one spring, or if you're on a balanced body, one red. Let's take those loops in our hands in our sleepwalking position, find tension, and then go ahead and bring those legs to tabletop. We're gonna exhale to press those arms straight down. And notice everything we're doing with the tower unit that's integrated with the reformer really requires a lot of control. So do the best you can to maintain control of those springs, because they are independent, as you work with the reformer springs. So obviously if you don't have a tower unit, you could just be using the reformer and placing your hands in the handles or the loops here. Let's go ahead and carefully dip those legs from tabletop down towards the well, and again, resist the weight. Facilitate the movement from the abdominals here. Like the legs are so heavy, which our arms at this point should be very heavy. Good, open those arms to a T. Exhale, drive it in, pull back in towards your hips. If this weight feels like it's too heavy for you, feel free to drop those springs down one more eyelet from the center of where it's at in the tower unit. Good. Nice and easy here. Exhale to drive those arms in towards the hips. And then go ahead and reach the right leg out and switch. Good. A little bit more deep abdominal work here. You got it. And switch. And then carefully return home, bringing those arms up, and get a little breather here. And it's really, this is a lot with the arms. So do again what you can. Take those breaks when necessary. And then when you're ready, let's take those elbows next to the ribs here for a tricep press. Again, find your neutral spine. Carefully, we're gonna do little pulses here in the beginning before we do a long arm. So notice here that the carriage isn't going very far. So let's do about 2 more repetitions, just like that, and feel like you're getting a little bit longer with each one. And then when you feel ready, see if you can straighten your arm out completely. And what I like about this is because those springs are independent, you really get to notice which sides are dominating and which sides are weaker. Good. From here, flex those feet. Push through the heels like you're pushing through mud or you're pushing a heavy box. Feel the weight, that resistance in your triceps as you hang on to those loops. You got it. And pull it in, find the foot bar. Excellent. So we're going to take it into our hip work, carefully placing one loop at a time onto the arch of our foot. And I'm still on that one spring, the one red spring. Arms are down beside us. And let's take it to frog. Heels together, toes apart. Extend out towards the mirror. Bend those knees in towards the chest. Exhale, push out. And inhale to bend. Exhale, push out long. And inhale to bend. Really zipping through those inner thighs. And our main focus is going to be to create stability. But we're challenged because there's so much the carriage isn't stable here at this point. So it's really up to us to provide that stability. This is how we're strengthening our core. And then let's go into tick-tock. So parallel the feet and then lower the legs together as a unit and lift the legs up together as a unit. You're basically hinging from your hips, but again, because everything is so controlled, so disciplined, really focus on the speed here. Exhale, press down, and inhale to return. You got it. Press and return up. Think of the energy coming out from the top of your head, and just feel the heaviness of your sits bones in the carriage. Exhale, press down, and then sweep it around into your circles here. Exhale, push down together. Separate those legs, circle around. 3 more this direction. And if it needs to be a little bit more boxy, feel free to allow it to be more boxy. Good. And then at the top here, we're going to reverse it. Exhale, sweeping those legs down and around. Obviously, if you don't have a tower unit, you're just working on the reformer and your feet are in the loops here. You can go on a very light spring if you want to feel something very similar to what we are doing right now with the tower unit. So it's the lighter spring, so there's so much more focus on the abs right now. And then we're going to go ahead and drop one leg down. Let's lift that up. Exhale, press that left leg down and right back up. Good. Let's do that again, and then we're going to hold. And we're going to take it into helicopters. So open wide and then go ahead and scissor the legs. Open wide, circle up and around, and then scissor the legs. Let's try that again. Open nice and wide. Feel that stretch. Feel those inner thighs working. And scissor. Hold. Let's reverse. Scissor again to switch the legs. Open nice and wide out to the side. And switch. And take it out. Exhale, keeping the pelvis nice and quiet. Hips square to the ceiling with little to no movement here. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and come off very carefully. Find your foot bar right away as you're taking your loops off. And then we're going to go ahead and come up to a seated position. And then you can carefully release those loops back towards the tower unit. Okay, so find your roll down bar. Headrest is going to be flat. And then we're going to have a seat on the carriage with our legs, with our ankles, all the way through the headrest. So our heels are just hanging off the headrest, and that should be a nice, good position to start with. Hands are going to go on the outside of the eyelets and start nice and tall in a seated position. Exhale, articulate, scoop that belly down and in. Roll yourself back, point out through your toes, and then slowly return yourself back up to a seated position. So basically, this is a modified roll up. So if you don't have this tower unit, you could be using the strap still, the ropes, and doing the same exercise. Good. And all the way back up to the top. Really open the chest, drop those shoulders. We're going to turn the dowel over to the left and take it around the world so that we are really working through those abs and obliques. Tilt it to the left. Have a circular motion with your upper body. returning through center. Try it again. Take it over, exhale, scoop that belly, squeeze with those glutes, and up. Take it to the right, exhale, articulate. Good. Using your abs to lift you back up. Exhale, shoulders down away from those ears, using those abs to pick yourself back up. And one more time. Just getting some nice rotational movement there in the spine. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and pull that bar in towards our chest. Just get a nice little high back release here. So just a little bit of guidance in towards extension. So as you're pulling that bar in towards your chest, focus on your body not losing its height, but staying tall, as if it was growing out of your hip sockets. And exhale to pull, and inhale to release. Good. So from here, we're going to make some changes. Scoot your body forward and find your leg go over the roll down bar, and then it's going to go behind your knees to be supported. Okay. Think of rolling like a ball in Pilates mat exercises. So we're going to articulate. We're going to begin to float those feet off, roll yourself back. Take a breath here as you exhale to lift your body back up, balancing at the top. So find that happy medium where you are able to lower back enough, but also come up halfway to balance. Beautiful. Nice and slow here. Our goal is to avoid momentum. And if you need to have a soft bend at the elbow, that's completely fine. Just making sure you're not using your arms to execute the exercise, that it is the abdominals assisting you up. And it's difficult, so take your time. Let's do our obliques. So rotate a little bit to the left. Let's go down, tap where the shoulder blade meets the carriage, and then exhale, return up. And these are really lovely. You can definitely feel those obliques firing up. So think of tightening up through your abs, or if like you're putting on a pair of tight jeans to feel the engagement working here. 2 more. Let's rock it back super slow. Make sure you're breathing. And 1 more time. Exhale, return back up. Let's take it to the right side. Once you're ready, we're going to rock ourselves back and pick ourselves up. And one side might feel a little easier to you or more comfortable, maybe less awkward. So notice those imbalances in your body, and they're just different hints on what your body needs to work on. Beautiful. Exhale, take it back to articulate, massage the spine, use those abs to come up to a sitting position. When you're ready, slowly go ahead and remove that bar 1 foot at a time. Find the floor. I find that easiest so that you're grounded. And then carefully, we will release that roll down bar. So this time, we're going to take our leg springs and place them 2 eyelids up from where they were in the beginning. That's important here. And then make sure your foot bar goes down flat. I'm still on that 1 spring, which is the 1 red. And I'm going to grab that loop, the behind, hold it in your right hand, step on the reformer, stable side first, and then carefully find those hands, interlace them. We're combining our side splits with rotation. So inhale there and exhale to rotate. Push out with the outer thighs, squeeze in with those inner thighs. If this feels too heavy, you can always lower the legs spring down an eyelet, or you also can carefully step back a tiny bit as well. We're doing about 8 repetitions here. And then switch it to single arm. Exhale, pull in. Good. Let's twist the palm. So when you're facing the tower, palm faces the wall. When you pull on the spring, palm faces the floor. Yeah, so feel that rotational movement occurring here at the shoulder socket. Beautiful. If you don't have a tower unit, you can always just use a weight here, a 2-3 pound weight. Good. Exhale, pull in and release. Square those hips, square those shoulders. And then carefully, we're going to face the tower. We're going to be supported with our left heel against that foot bar. And you're going to go ahead and bend into the right knee. Pitch the body forward. Exhale for a chest expansion, a single arm chest expansion as you straighten out through that right leg. So this is really nice because it feels like a full body type of workout in this exercise. You've got your legs moving, you're stabilizing through your hips, your abs are working really hard to control your balance, and you're getting some nice tricep and back work here. Exhale to pull back and inhale to release. So tricep pull now. Bend that elbow. Good. As you straighten the arm, the leg straightens. As you straighten the arm, the leg straightens. Again, about 8 repetitions. Exhale and inhale. Perfect. Abs are pulling in and release. Good. So let's take both hands in that loop. We're going to go ahead and come up to standing. Inhale to bend into your lunge. Yeah, inhale to bend in, exhale up to standing. But you're pressing into your right heel. So notice the work here in that glute. It's going to feel like it's firing up. So on this next one, let's pause and hold. Straighten the right leg and bend. And straighten and bend. Stabilize your body here. You have it. Good. Feel that work a little bit deeper. Eyes straight ahead, shoulders down. And then come up to the top here. Good. So very carefully, go ahead and lean to your left for the resistance as you step back. And then we're taking it to the other side. Nice. So notice what you did on that side. See what feels a little easier for this next side. If you need to make any changes. And then once you're ready, interlace those hands. Take a breath as you exhale, square your hips, square your shoulders. And twist. And exhale to twist. Very nice. Staying tall. Squeeze through those inner thighs. Just feel the back work here. Feel the chest work. Good. And exhale to twist. And inhale. Let's grab a hold of that loop in our right hand and exhale. We pull in towards our chest. Remember, it's a rotational shift here at the shoulder socket. So as you pull that strap in towards your chest, you're going to flip the palm to look down at the floor. As you straighten it out, the palm looks at the wall. Good. Think of not the arm just doing this exercise, but allow the movement to come from your back. Just feel that power. It does make a difference. Very good. Let's carefully go ahead and turn towards the tower. Again, Make sure your legs and your feet feel supported here. Right hand to the hip. We're going to pitch ourselves forward. And then exhale, pull that left arm, left hand to hip, and straighten out that left leg. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Great job. Keeping your neck in line with your spine. Make sure your left foot has equal weight distribution. Your toes are pressing in towards the mat. Right into your tricep press. Good. So lean forward if you need to a little bit. Focus on that objective being that you're straightening that left arm behind you. Even if it doesn't feel like it's going very far. Good. Nice and slow, straighten out through that left leg. And then go ahead and hold that loop close to your chest. We're going to go ahead and inhale to stand up, 2 straight legs. Good. And soften the knee to bend into that lunge. And nice and easy here. Just about 5 repetitions is good. And then once we've hit that 5th one, let's pause it right there. You're going to straighten out that left leg and bend. Straighten out the left leg and bend. Good. You have it. Chest is up, shoulders are down. And then slowly return and come back up. Again, we're going to lean to the right as you place your left foot down on the floor first. So from here, carefully step into the well and then grab your tower unit, your roll down bar, and place it on the eyelet on the outside if it isn't already there. And we're just going to finish it with some chest expansion. Good. So hands are on the outside of the eyelets, arms are long and straight, shoulders are down. Just feel like that chest is lifting up nice and proud. If you don't have your tower unit here, you can always do a regular chest expansion with the handles or loops, whether you're kneeling or sitting on the carriage. Perfect. And then as you turn around, one more final stretch here. So super wide, roll those shoulders back. Stand tall, take a breath. And as you exhale, pull that bar in towards your hips. And this is just really nice. You should feel that stretch along the collarbone and deep into those chest muscles. Still focus on those ribs pulling in and abs nice and strong. Perfect. Standing tall, exhale, pull in. Inhale to release. And then carefully releasing and stepping out off to the side for our roll downs. Hip distance apart. Let's sweep those arms towards the sky. Roll ourselves down as you forward fold. Scoop that belly and restack the spine. One more time. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the workout. If you did, please hit a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we will see you next time.